The winner of the Tony Award for In the Heights and the star of In the Heights, please welcome Lin Manuel Miranda.
To write something in the fall and put it up in the spring. And I wanted to leave, I was painfully aware of how much my parents were spending on college. And I said, I'm not leaving college with just a degree. I need to have 3 plays and 2 musicals and as many songs as I can write under my arms because I feel a lot of responsibility to them.
Is that what inspired Heights?
To a great extent. I'm the same age. I'm a little younger than when hip-hop started, so I kind of grew up with it. From my name is Lin, and I'd like to say that I'm a super deaf rapper, come straight from LA, like from really simple to the complexity here now. And but I was very shy to do it. I had friends who were really good at improvising, and I would be the guy beatboxing in high school going, no, pass it. I'll be over here. I don't have anything. Go over there. In circles, and then in college, I just kind of got fearless with it and never stopped. So Tommy was like, "Why don't you do Usnavi for now, and we'll get a real actor later, and that will be great." And I'm sure he'll be. I think he's stopping by later to defend himself. And then we just started throwing. Productions of it up, and not productions. We throwed up readings of it. We got the attention of Jill Furman, and we got the attention of Kevin McCullum, who produced Rent and Avenue Q and The Drowsy Chaperone. And they basically said to us, I don't know what this is, but I really like the musical language, and I really like you playing Usnavi. And so I sort of fell in the snowball as it rolled down the hill. When writing a song, I'll find that it's 2 ideas away from becoming what it wants to be. Sunrise is a really fantastic example of that.
My favorite time of night is just before the dawn. Then you open your eyes before the sunrise. Anything at all.
I don't know why it has this 80s Miami sound machine groove to it. Come on, everybody, people do that. I kept turning this song in, and the producer would be like, this doesn't feel like it's in the world of the show. And then finally one day Tommy said, well, we set up the Spanish lesson in Act 1. Why don't we have him do a Spanish lesson? And then the song got written in 15 minutes. It was just an idea away from being what it wanted to be. It's just this angsty, like, what are we going to do? My dad, And then once we had the Spanish lesson, it just sort of clicked into place. You are your first audience. And here's the thing with musical theater. You could spend 20 years on it, you could spend 5 years on it, and it could run phantom length, or it could run 3 performances or 1 night. So at the end of the day, you have to be happy with it, and you have to say that time wasn't wasted even if the show only ran 3 performances or 4 performances, because I was doing what I loved, and I'm really proud of what I did.
This is interesting because we worked together on Working, on the new version of Working, and I have to say that the week that his show was opening on Broadway, which he wrote and was starring in, and his grandfather, I believe, passed away in Puerto Rico.
Week, yeah.
I think you went to Puerto Rico, and he wrote 2 new songs for Working all at the same time.
No, and I got to tell you, those songs saved my life, having that as an assignment.
Well, can you talk briefly just about how you wrote those 2? Because they were not from your person. Well, one of them was. Mm-hmm. One of the songs is about a guy working at McDonald's.
Yeah, that was my first job. I did delivery for the McDonald's on 91st in Columbus. And it was great if you're making minimum wage because you get tips, which is a huge deal if you're making $4.25 an hour.
That's the hook of the song, is keep the change. That's the part they like.
Yeah, honored to be asked to be in that squad of Stephen Schwartz and Craig Carnelia and James Taylor, and it was an incredible group. And then I wrote another song called A Very Good Day, which is about, Stephen really felt like we needed a song for like sort of the new immigrant class. And what does that look like today that it didn't look like 30 years ago? And so I wrote a duet between an elderly care worker and a
nanny.
And a nanny. And basically about sort of doing the work that no one else wants to do, but also the stickiness of when you are a surrogate family member.
First, it seemed like you wrote it, sent it to us, and it was perfect. It really, it was shocking. Like, we played it in the room, the entire cast started crying, and then they performed it like 2 nights later in the first preview, and then the entire audience started crying.
Yeah, well.